You're halfway through your point. You've thought about this one. And then someone cuts straight across you. Yeah, we've all read the deck, and turned slightly, just enough to take the room with them. Or it's the tone, the little sigh before they answer you, the let me simplify this, when nothing needed simplifying. The joke about your team that gets a laugh, and the laugh is the point. Nobody breaks a rule. Nothing happens that you could put in an email. But you've just been made smaller, in front of the people whose opinion decides your year. And you can feel your face doing something you didn't authorize. Here's what most people do in the next 4 seconds, and why every version of it hands them exactly what they came for. Then, I'll show you the reply the Stoics actually used. It's one sentence, and it isn't the one you're expecting. Your body wants to pick one of 3 doors. All 3 cost you the room. The first is the comeback. Something sharp, something that evens it up. And it might even land. But look at what the room just watched. They spent 4 seconds being unpleasant. You spent the next 30 proving it got to you. You've matched their energy, which means you've agreed to be measured on their scale. Marcus Aurelius, a man who absorbed public disrespect from people he could have had executed, wrote this: "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it?" The dig is a sentence. Your response is the scene. The second door is to swallow it. You smile. You keep going as though nothing happened because you're the professional here. And on the surface that looks like the Stoic move. It isn't, because you didn't let it go. You filed it. There is a difference between a man who isn't hurt and a man who has decided not to show it, and everyone in that room can tell which one they're looking at. Worse, you've quietly taught them that the price of doing it again is 0. The third door costs the most, and it opens later, usually around 11 at night. The rehearsal. You replay it. You write the reply you should have given. You deliver it beautifully to your bathroom mirror. You have now been disrespected once in reality and 14 times in your own head, and the 14 were free. You gave those away. Seneca saw this 2,000 years ago. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. The meeting lasted an hour. You've been in it for 6. Here's the thread tying all 3 together. Every one of them requires you to accept that something happened to you. And the accepting is the part they cannot do without your help. Epictetus was born a slave. He was owned. By one ancient account, he was left lame by his master. If anyone had grounds to say the world had insulted him, it was him. And what he taught his students was this: it is not the man who abuses you who insults you. It is your own judgment that what he did was insulting. Sit with that, because it sounds like a word game, and it isn't. An insult has 2 parts. Someone offers it, and someone accepts delivery. Only one of those is your department. But it happens to be the one that decides whether anything actually landed. There's a story about Cato, the Roman senator, the most stubbornly upright man of his age. He was in a public bath when a fight broke out and somebody struck him in the face. Not a slight, a hit. Later the man realized who he had hit and came to apologize. And Cato said, "I don't remember being struck." Not, "I forgive you." Not, "It's fine." I don't remember it. He never accepted delivery, so there was nothing left to forgive. The blow happened. The insult never did. Now the moves, 3 of them. Move 1, leave the gap. When the comment lands, do nothing for 2 full seconds. It will feel like a minute. It will not look like one. Every rattled person on earth answers instantly, so a 2-second pause reads, as a man deciding whether this deserves his time. You've said nothing, and you've already changed what the room thinks it saw. Move 2. The reply. Then you ask a calm, real question. What would you have done differently? Or simply, say more. Flat tone, no edge. And this is the whole trick, because a cheap shot is built to be reacted to, not explained. Ask a serious question, and one of two things happens. Either they have a real point, in which case you now own it and you look like the biggest person in the room, or they don't, and they have to stand there and be watched not having one. You didn't defend yourself. You just handed them the silence they were hoping to hand you. Move 3. Answer the point, never the tone. Almost every dig has a piece of real content buried inside it. We've all read the deck. Contains an actual question. Why are we going through it? Take that question. Answer it in one clean sentence and let the rest fall on the floor. Respond to the tone, and you're in a status fight you can only lose. Respond to the content, and you look like the only person in the room doing their job. Because here's what Epictetus understood that they don't. Someone who needs to shrink you in public is telling you something true, just not about you. Nobody who feels secure needs an audience for it. So here's the rule. Write it down. Answer the point. Never the tone. Tomorrow, 3 things. 1. The next time someone takes a shot in a meeting, count 2 seconds before you make a sound. 2. Reply with a question, not a defense. Say more is enough. 3. Tonight, if you catch yourself rehearsing a comeback for something that is already over, stop and name it out loud. I'm being disrespected for free. You will not be able to stop people taking shots at you. Epictetus couldn't. Cato couldn't. Marcus ran an empire and couldn't. What you always control is whether it arrives. Master that, and the meeting stops being a place where things can be done to you. If this helped, the Stoic Operator Journal in the description is built for exactly this, a 1-page weekly system for staying calm when it counts. And watch this one next, the Stoic trick that makes rude people powerless.